by what happened on 9/11. And so we went through an enormous amount of effort to find out what happened on 9/11 to cause the Twin Towers to collapse, and at the same time decide how to build a building safer and stronger and impenetrable so that we'd feel safe in it and everybody else would feel safe in it also. We scoured the world for the best engineers. Where do you think we ended up? There's a country that apparently has lots of problems in making its buildings explosion-proof. It's called Israel. And guess what? It's got some of the best engineers in the world who understand safety in big buildings. Why? Because they have problems with that for the last 40, 50 years. They keep having explosions in their country. From the top of the North Tower, it went right through the facade of Sem World Trade Center. Started a fire, and by the end of the afternoon, the building just collapsed. Fortunately, no lives were lost in 7 because there was enough time between when the fire started in that building and the time it collapsed to make sure nobody was left in the building. No lives were lost in 7 because there was enough time between when the fire started in that building and the time it collapsed to make sure nobody was left in the building. I remember getting a call from the fire department commander telling me that they were not sure they were going to be able to contain the fire. And I said, we've had such terrible loss of life. Maybe the smartest thing to do is pull it. And they made that decision to pull, and then we watched the building collapse. And that's when we saw the North Tower in flames. And we saw the plane circling around before it slammed into the South Tower and caused it to end up in flames. And therein was the day of the disaster of 9/11.
Going, but it didn't.
Looking at the first building when it was in flames, and we actually seen the plane circle around and actually come on to the opposite side of the building and smash into the trade center. The plane circle around and actually come on to the opposite side of the building and smash into the trade center.
Make a turn, and I was wondering what it would be doing, but then I saw it come around and hit the other side, and I saw it come around and hit the other side.
Second plane circled around the building and then saw the building, just went straight into it. Second plane circled around the building and then saw the building, just went straight into it.
It went around and hit it by its side, went right through. It went around and hit it by its side, went right through.
And I was down below the World Trade Center when you could see the second plane circle around after the second plane circled around after the first initial blast from the. And people didn't understand why the plane circled the World Trade Center at that point and then just crashed right into it.
Minutes after I got outside and was shooting, the second plane circled around and it flew out over New Jersey, and then it came in and just circled around and it flew out over New Jersey, and then it came in and just.
Holy shit!
We had seen a plane coming in from the other direction earlier. I'd noticed it had you, Charlie. I didn't know if it was that plane that then circled wide and came back from another direction, but we all watched it, and I just assumed...
John, could you hear that?
The building is going to contain not 2 million feet, but $1.7 million. And that's one of the sacrifices we have to make. I said, let's make it and let's get on with it. And so, next thing you know, we've got the designs of a building. And the first design meeting was in April of 2000. And construction began shortly thereafter in 2002.